Here we have a new 2023 Nissan Pathfinder. This one comes in the SL trim level with two-wheel drive in the beautiful obsidian green on charcoal leather interior. And the powertrain consists of a 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6 mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission. And that gets us 284 horsepower, 259 pound-feet of torque. And as we come around to the front end here, we get our LED daytime running lights along with our LED headlamps. They don't blink, that's just how the camera's picking them up. But really love the grille here. Nice look. I love how that Nissan looks lit up there. Love the black gloss. And this obsidian green just looks fantastic, especially on these Pathfinders. And then here we have 18-inch aluminum wheels. We get passive keyless entry on all four doors. And then we have one-touch up and down automatic windows for all four doors there. Power mirror controls here, power door locks, and then rear window lock there. Then a little pocket here, big cup holder, I like that. And then we have the controls for our brightness on the gauge cluster, steering assist, and then our power lift gate there. And we have dual 10-way power seats with 2-way power lumbar support. Coming to the back here, love that we get the rear blinds here, and we just have to fold those up. Great if you got a baby or something like that. Just hooks on there. And then really good storage, 2 cup holders on either door. Well, actually 3, maybe even 4. Just love how they designed this door panel. And then pretty good leg space here. I'm 6'3", have the seat in front of me adjusted for someone of my size, and still knees are not touching the back. I got about half an inch to an inch between my knees and the back of the seat there. Very impressive. And then over here we have our rear AC automatic climate controls. Adjust fan speed there, direction, turn it on and off, and then we have our temperature gauge there. We can just set auto by pushing that and then turn it off by adjusting the fan speed. And then we have a USB-C, USB-A charge port there. The center seat. It'll fold down, you have cup holders there, and then you also have little storage there if you want to lay your phones in the middle. And I like that we have seat back pockets on either side. And there's a view of the third row back there. The seats are folded down, but you can see the leg space behind me. Let's go ahead and check out the back. I like that we have the capless fuel filler as well as the clicking cap there, so we can just shut that without having to use a knob in the back, or use a knob at the front, excuse me. And there we have LED tail lights. And then this is the space behind the third row. We can of course fold that down. Right there, that'll fold flat, and then you pull it back up on the strap. You can do that for either side. And I like that we have the Velcro down here to keep these from going all over the place. Then we have a little storage underneath here. And then I like that we have the little hooks here as well, so we can just hook on a bag or something if we don't want it in the back going all over the place. Let's look underneath here. You can see the spare tire right there. But coming around to the back passenger side, if you ever want to fold the second seat down, pull up there, folds flat, love that. And then you can hit this button here from the third row, and then you can easily get out. And then we have the 2 cup holders here and the USB port there. The only issue is having to get that back up with 2 hands. I can do it with one, I guess. And then here's that other 10-way power seat for the front passenger there. They have a lockable glove compartment, which is nice. Owner's manual's there, and I like that they gave this little pocket here. It's actually pretty far in there, so you can kind of hide your phone if you want to. But yeah, the obsidian green is just a really good option in terms of color choice. Let's go ahead and pop the hood. There's that 3.5 liter naturally aspirated V6. Then you have to use that to hold it up. Let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So love having the leather wrapped steering wheel. We also have the option to heat it as well over here. But over to the radio, we get this 9-inch screen here. There's the nav map there. We do get AM, FM, XM along with Bluetooth audio. And then we have wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility as well. And then this is our home page here. You have the option of SXM, which I love getting the SXM stocks on here. And I also like that we have the shortcuts here as well as we can use the screen. There's the navigation, backup camera with bird's eye view, and this backup camera is super high quality. Yeah, it's definitely HD there. The guidelines are there, so very impressed by that. I don't see that a lot. Just a really, that's the best picture I've seen on a backup camera that I can think of. And settings are here. And you have your info there. But down here we have our dual zone automatic climate controls. We can sync that. And we can turn it off by turning the other knob there. And then we can turn it back on by hitting the sync and put the auto mode on by hitting that. And we can adjust fan speed there, what direction the air is coming from. Like I said, that heated steering wheel toggle and the rear AC controls here. We can lock that with the touch of a button, turn it on there, and then we can control it here. And then we also have 3-stage heated seats for the driver, as well as the front passenger there. Huge wireless charging pad there, which is nice. 12 volt there, USB-C, USB-A input. And I like that we have the little slide through there if you want to ever put your purse or something down there and it's small enough, it'll fit there. And then for the shifter, hit this button, pull down for drive, tap for manual, and then you can hold up for neutral or hit the button, push all the way up for reverse, press P for park. We can toggle our auto stop here, electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. Then we can toggle our auto hold when we're in drive. And then we have, I believe, 5 drive modes. So tow, sport, standard, eco, and then snow. Pretty good size center console cubby space for the segment. 2 cup holders there. View of the back. Sunglasses holders. Want to see more premium dome lights there, but it's whatever. Garage door transmitter. And then over here, volume controls. And this, we use a scroll bar and these arrows to go through our gauge cluster. Then we have our track list or radio station preset controls here. And then we have our shortcut menu here. And then to the right side, we have our voice recognition, phone controls. And then we also have the adaptive cruise along with that Nissan safety shield. We can adjust the gap for that here and then just use your regular cruise controls like that if you want to. And then paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. And I almost forgot to mention, if you ever want regular cruise, if you want to toggle between either one, you just hold that button and then you can just go to regular cruise. But high beams, automatic high beams, we can toggle those on and off here. Blinkers, auto headlights, and then those are just regular headlamps, corners off. And then from the headlamp control, you can turn your high beams on there or flash them there. And then to the right side, we have our windshield wipers. Speed up as you pull down, and then we can set our intermittent here. Then we have our rear wiper controls here. Pull back for rear wiper fluid, push up for front wiper fluid. Push button start. And finally, here's our key fob with remote start. But next it's time we go ahead and take this Pathfinder SL out on the road for a quick test drive. So starting the test drive out here, really like 9 speeds in general for the most part, and this one's no different. Just really Easy to find that sweet spot, whether you're wanting to save on fuel or if you're wanting to accelerate quickly. And especially having a manual mode, that's really nice too, even in this eco mode. And I like how quickly it shifts even in eco mode too. I'm gonna go ahead and put it into standard. And downshifts are relatively quick. And this actually feels like a true manual mode, which I like. I'm gonna put it in a drive and then put it in the sport mode as I get on the interstate here in a moment. But all in all, really like just the overall sound in the cabin. I like the driving position. I like how the hood is sloped. It's not sloped all the way down, but it's just out of the way. And it really helps make these look really good. The Pathfinder, ever since this redesign, has just looked really, really nice. Well, let's put it into sport mode now. And love the steering feel too. It just feels really controlled without being too stiff. Has plenty of get up with that 284 horsepower too. Really, really nice. Let's turn on the cruise here. Have the adaptive on. And really quiet in here, cruising at 74. And then we have the steering assist here. And you'll see it wasn't locked on yet, but it's supposed to keep me in the lines. Usually does a really good job, especially on the highway, at keeping you centered. But again, like I said in my Armada reviews, what helps make these feel so luxurious is that they share platforms with Infiniti. So this does have the feel of the QX60. Just really quiet inside the cabin. Good driving feel. And I love that they have the 9-speed in here and not the CVT. Just don't like the CVT. But a lot of people do, so. And there's our auto stop that came on. And now I will say, the auto stop along with the automatic brake hold, when you have that auto hold on, it does just take a little bit longer to get everything up and going because you got to let off the brakes and then the engine's like, okay, now I start, as opposed to just having the auto mode off, and as soon as you let off the brake, the car's already halfway to starting. So it's just a little sluggish there, but just too much going on. And of course you can turn off the auto stop and the automatic hold from the vehicle. But to end this test drive, if you're in the market for the Traverse or the Acadia, the Explorer, even the Highlander, this is a really good option there. Definitely one of the better driving in my opinion. Now the ride quality is not as good as the Traverse to me, and I feel like you get a few more features with the Explorer depending on how you spec it out, but still, if you're in the market for something like that, definitely take a look at the new 2023 Nissan Pathfinder SL.